access the accountant's copy, we would do the following. We would select File, go down to Accountant's Copy, select Client Activities, and press Save File. Our client would then follow the wizard that's shown on screen. Now, assuming I'm the client today, I would do the following. I would choose Accountant's Copy and select Next. Now, what I would then do is I'd choose a dividing date so that I can continue to using QuickBooks after the dividing date while my accountant can work with the accountant's copy, basically on all the transactions before the dividing date. I then select Next and confirm that QuickBooks must close all the windows to create an accountant's copy, so I'd select OK. And I can then choose where I want this file to be saved. Once I press Save, you'll then notice on screen it says Creating an Accountant's Copy. While this is saving for me, what I can do then is confirm to you that what the client would then do is save a copy to send to your accountant either via email, CD, or etc. The accountant will then obtain the file and turn it into a working version. As you can see on my screen now, it says I've successfully created an accountant's copy file. I select OK, and it will then take me back to the home page. Now what this means is as an accountant, you would then have full access to customers, suppliers, accounts, items, even void and edit transactions. And you as an accountant can work on transactions dated before the dividing date. Basically almost everything you could do if you were standing in your client's premises. Now once completed, the client must accept your changes before they are merged in. However, you can keep a PDF report of the changes that you made to the files. This is a great time-saving function that will not only save yourself, but also your clients will really be keen on, since they can carry on working while you do your adjustments. Our next feature is External Accountant. This is a really powerful tool that allows you to access all areas of QuickBooks when you are at your client's site. You may be at a client's premises who is using QuickBooks Pro 2012. However, you might want to access some of the accountant-centric features, for example, client data review. What I need to do is first of all set up myself as an external accountant. To complete this process, I'd select Company, I'd go to Set Up Users and Passwords, and then select Set Up Users. I enter in my password as admin, and then I can select the option Add User. I can enter in the username, which is accountant, and the password. I can then select Next. I then need to choose what level of access this user will have, and I'm going to choose the final option, External Accountant. I would then select Next. It gives me a warning. I'm going to select Yes here to say that I want my accountant to have access to all areas of QuickBooks. And then I'd select Finish. I've then entered into my user list my external accountant. What I can then do is come out of this and press Close. What now happens is that I can open up the QuickBooks Premier 2012 features in Pro. This is a great option to really save you time in the long term. Let me show you what this looks like. I select File and close this company down. I'm then going to go into one of my other companies, my plumbing business, and press Open. I'm going to log in as the accountant and click on OK. And what I can then do is if I go up to Accountant, Client Data Review, select Client Data Review, and as you can see, I have that function there for me as well. Finally, let's have a look at reconciliation. Most people know that QuickBooks have excellent bank reconciliation features. I'm going to go through this process now using my construction company as an example. So to complete the reconciliation process, I would do the following. I select Reconcile, and I can then choose the account that I want to reconcile. I'm going to select today Construction Company Account. What I can then do is enter in my statement date, which I'm going to move today's date. I then have my ending balance that I can enter according to my actual statement. You'll also notice at this point that I can reconcile any balance sheet account. For example, not only my bank account, but also my loan accounts too, or employee loans receivable, shares outstanding. So this is an excellent hidden feature. I then select Continue. Now, as you can see on screen, I have all my different features. So in addition to the reconciliation functionality itself, this has also been improved. Now on here, we have a number of boxes which I'd like to show you. As you can see, we have all the outstanding transactions. As you can see on my screen, let me show you some of the new and improved tools that you can use to help you make the reconciliation go faster. For example, in the top right it says, hide transactions after the statement end due date. By selecting this, it helps to find all the transactions after the statement end date hide, so it's easier to do. Click on the different columns to change the order. Likewise, I can select columns to display. What this will do is it will help you when you need to go through multiple transactions, as on my screen. Also, another key function here is highlight named. What this means is I can select it in the bottom left, and it will then select the transactions which have been marked. This makes the click transaction slightly darker and helps me to see transactions that I haven't clicked. What I can then do at this point is reconcile this to my actual bank statement by clicking on the various transactions. As we can see in the bottom right, it will then confirm my ending balance against my cleared balance, and if there's a difference. I can then select Reconcile Now. I'm then provided with a reconciliation report. It's confirmed that my account has balance. What I can then do is display the types of reconciliation reports I'd like to see at this point. I can either display, print, or for today, I'm going to select Close. I'm then taken back to the main home screen. The final option that I'd like to show you is the search option. This is a Google-like search tool which allows you to find names or transactions easily. So for example, to do this, I would go to Edit, Search, and what I can then do is enter in my search term. I'm going to search for BT. What will then happen is the search box will then appear, and what I can then do is open and edit as required. So as you can see, I have my bills and bill payments there as well. As discussed previously, there is a manual to support you with all these different functions in an easy-to-read step-by-step manner. That concludes our webinar called Accountant-Centric Features in QuickBooks Premier 2012. Thank you so much.